Hey everybody, hope everyone's having a great day today. My kids have just got home from school and they're kind of running around, and I thought I'd go outside to video, but it was just so bright I couldn't even see the screen. So I'm going to post a picture of my beautiful sunflowers that I was going to stand in front of in the comments because they're so beautiful, and the best thing about it I love is that I planted them in a row in front of my garden so they hide all of the weeds that I have not picked this year because I just let my garden kind of go this year. I wasn't as good as I normally am. Normally, I love it, and every week I'm out there weeding and enjoying it. And I think I have a lot of fruits and vegetables I need to go out and pick because I have kind of slacked off because these beautiful sunflowers just cover it all up, and so I don't even see the weeds. So I'm going to let you guys enjoy those beautiful sunflowers too. So I wanted to hop on here today. It is National Suicide Prevention Day. And I kind of wasn't aware of that for a while. And then I was like, oh my gosh, today's National Suicide Prevention Day. And for me, it is something that is deeply in my heart because I have suffered from depression and anxiety since I was a teenager. And I was one of those people that was a silent sufferer. Like, I never shared it with anybody because it wasn't because I was overwhelmed. I love my life. I have an amazing husband. I have amazing kids. I have an amazing life. Like I don't want anyone to ever think that I take all of my wonderful things for granted, because I don't take any of that for granted. I always just had this dark cloud that followed me, and I just always felt like I was in this rut and I couldn't get out of this rut. I couldn't get rid of that dark cloud. And even though I was like, I don't have anything to be depressed about, like, I just had this dark cloud that followed me all the time, and I didn't know how to deal with it. I didn't know what to do, and I didn't ever want to share with anybody what I was going through because I always thought that people would think that maybe I wanted attention, or maybe people would think there was something wrong with me, or, like, I just had all of these false thoughts in my head, and that's what they are. It's trash talk in your head, false thoughts in your head, Satan working at you to try to tell you you're not worth it. And so he tries making up all these false claims in your head, and so you believe him, and you're like, well, I don't want anyone to know what I'm going through because I don't want anyone to think anything less of me. And so I never shared anything with people. And I had my down days, and people knew that sometimes I had my down days, and even my husband, he never knew how severe it was. He just was like, oh, she's in her quiet place, and having a bad day, but never knew how severe it was. And I think I was about 14 the first time that I had an attempt on my own life, and I never even shared that with people. And there were several other times in my life where I had angels that kind of swooped in and saved me. And my last big crash was a little over 2 years ago, and I was getting ready to go in for some surgery, and I was not in a good place, and I knew I needed help. And so I was trying to figure out, like, can I check myself in when I have my surgery and not let my kids know that I was, getting help and stuff like that. And that's when I finally opened up to my husband and told him the things that I had been going through all these years. And I don't know why I was so terrified to share what I had been suffering with, because he was so loving and caring and stepped in and helped me, and we worked through things together. And I was like, why did I try doing it on my own all these years? And so for me, I now am very vocal about the fact that this affects so many people, and that if you're struggling with anything, like, don't be afraid to open up and tell people. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to call a friend, call a parent, call a neighbor, and tell people what you're dealing with so that you can help. Because the thing I've realized is so many people suffer from so many things, and we all think we're alone, and we all think we're the only one going through it, yet there are so many people surrounding us that have been through it that can help us, that can guide us in the right direction. And I've learned a lot about gut health and mental health, and how it's all related, and how you can do lots of things. Like, I believe everybody has this tool belt, and in your tool belt should be like exercise, proper diet, supplementation, help from loving people around you, and that it takes a lot of different tools for all the different things that may be going wrong with your body and stuff. And so, like, if you reach out and ask for that help, then there's so many things that can help you, and being aware of it, and knowing the signs. And I love that my kids have even got involved in like Hope Squad at school. And the Hope Squad even had training for parents that I loved going to, because it reassured me that there are all these resources out there and principals that care for kids and will take phone calls on their cell phones. Like if a kid has a situation where they need help, to reach out for a friend. And I am grateful for all those people in my kids' lives that are resources that are out there, and people that volunteer and dedicate and help everybody through all those things. And so I just wanted to hop on here today as part of awareness for everybody, so that we're all aware that we can help each other and look for those signs, and don't ever be afraid to be like, I don't know, should I say something because she seems really down? Because I don't think it's ever a bad thing to step in and say, I love you and I want to help you and I care about you. And so that's why I'm here for you. Like, I always have those times where, that person's on your mind, and you call them and you're like, I don't know why. And then they're like, oh my gosh, I needed that so much today. That like, we have this divine help from our Heavenly Father that helps us help other people through Him, and answer other people's prayers. And so, reach out to people, smile at people, help people, love each other, and don't be afraid to like step in and ask people if they want a little help, because most of the time everybody's just trying to make it here. Everybody's just trying to get day by day and make it as a mom and a friend and a grandma and a husband and a wife and a father. And we're all just doing our best with what we've got. And if we all help each other, we can all get through it together a lot easier in life and cheer each other on to succeed. And so I hope everyone has a great day, and share and be aware and love each other, and we'll talk to you later.